Hi and welcome to Optimum TV. We're halfway through 2024 and we're less than 3 months from Optimum's annual healthcare conference held this October at the King's Fund in London. Today I'm joined by Kieran Murphy, who is chairman of a number of life science companies including Gamma Biosciences, SPT Labtech and Centiva. Kieran is also former CEO of GE Healthcare. Hi Kieran.
Hi Stephen, very pleased to be here.
Not at all, thanks for joining us. So let's talk about the life science market in 2024. How has it changed since last winter when people were talking about green shoots emerging?
Well, thankfully it's better. And I think we're seeing more activity, probably more funding flowing into biotech, although I would still hate to be out there trying to raise finance. I think it's still quite tight. I probably have a slightly unusual role in the industry, given the types of firm that you introduced at the beginning. You know, I like to think that well-run businesses who generate cash and are growing in revenues, they're going to be well-funded. They're really in demand, and you know, we can go on to talk about the private equity market. Good quality businesses will get funded and will transact. And I think that level of activity is going to increase as the year goes on.
So it certainly sounds like things, the positivity has built rather than receded since, say, 6 or 9 months ago.
Yes, I think so. But it was a bad winter. So I think we see green shoots emerging slowly, helped by interest rates probably. And I think the general market sentiment is going to get better. Hopefully, presidential election, more stability in the USA, more stability here in Britain. I think that will start to help, frankly.
Okay. So in terms of your top 3 takeaways for 2024 so far, what are they in terms of the market, the types of deals that are taking place, or indeed perhaps not taking place, and technologies which are popular versus those ones which perhaps aren't gaining huge amounts of traction?
At the risk of being boring, my first takeaway is that private equity has a huge appetite to buy good quality businesses, and they are just looking for businesses that are growing. They're looking for good quality management teams and the ability to really expand into a healthcare market that has, compared to most other things, has many tailwinds. And so, I love the healthcare market. I particularly love the biopharma space, and I think that will continue to do well. I think the second thing that you have to note, of course, is the explosion in value of companies like Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly. And who would have seen that, weight loss would have become such a big theme? And, both of those companies sort of double in value within a year. That has a huge impact on the market. I think it has a huge impact on that type of drug. And also there will be a trickle-down effect from companies like that doing so well. The third piece I would say is we're starting to see the COVID hangover going away. And so in life sciences tools, where I spend a lot of time, of course, you see the impact of stock levels decreasing, improving biotech funding. And so that, I call it the COVID hangover, that's just getting better and, will continue to get better as we go through the next year. And I think that will be very healthy for the market.
This is a hangover which has taken some time to clear, be fair to say, wouldn't it?
Well, big binges really result in bad hangovers. I know this very well. And of course, you saw an explosion in value in life sciences tools. I mean, you take companies like my old business at GE Healthcare, which was now Centiva, had a fantastic run during COVID. A lot of the life sciences tools companies did. And the investors somehow got it into their heads that this was going to continue forever now. And of course it doesn't. But what has really happened, and I think this has been good as a trend, is that we've seen the adoption of some technologies during COVID and the approval of some of those drugs during COVID that has perhaps taught businesses how to run things differently and regulators how to treat some of these drugs differently. And so that will have an ongoing impact. The other place where, of course, there was a huge impact from COVID was the medtech space, where so many surgeries were delayed and postponed, and you're now seeing that start to happen again. Again, that's going to have a very good impact as some of that recovers, and medtech will do, you'll start to see improved growth rates across many of these spaces, I think, in the next year.
That sounds positive. So if we're crystal ball gazing for 2025, it sounds like you think there is going to be an increasingly positive trend.
Well, so I'm an optimist. I think Ireland are going to win the Six Nations, and Ipswich Town are going to qualify for Champions League. So 25 is going to be a good year because of the stability I think we'll get post the elections. I think that interest rates will come down, probably not as much as people want, but will go in the right direction. And, if looking at some of the recent picture on private equity, again, there is so much pent-up demand, allegedly 9 trillion of dry powder out there. There are probably 2.5 to 3 trillion of businesses that need to be transacted. They're at the end of that cycle. And of course, that activity is going to sort of generate a lot of movement in the market, probably more IPOs. And we've seen some really good IPOs this year. Sando has been very successful. I think that's up 35%. Galderma did really well. And so good quality businesses can go for IPO, and the market will be very receptive. And I just think some of the businesses that have been oversold, if I were to pick one like Oxford Nanopore, where you see the share price really being punished, I think some of these things are going to really come back again. So I'm pretty optimistic about 2025.
Kieran Murphy, it's been great talking to you, and we look forward to catching up at Optimum's conference in October. Thanks very much.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
For more Optimum TV episodes, please visit our website, optimumcomms.com, or our YouTube channel at Optimum Comms. Thanks for watching.